Hi, I'm Denver Smart. Welcome to this introduction to situational knowledge for sales and marketing. The objective of this slide set is to offer you insight into the role situational knowledge plays in establishing credibility and trust with prospective customers. You will learn about situational knowledge relevant to any selling situation and then understand why it is so important to your selling and marketing efforts in the upstream oil and gas industry. We will then examine how the content structure of the Connecting with Upstream Oil and Gas Resource Guide is applied to selling opportunities. We will be covering 4 key points. First, buyer behavior is undergoing a transition. Recent studies indicate only 1 in 5 executives state meetings with salespeople meet their expectation. One significant customer expectation is for you to have a better understanding of their business. Second, customers and prospects want to clearly understand your unique business value specific to current challenges or opportunities. This means moving away from transactional or product and service-centric discussions. Situational knowledge minimizes challenges and lost opportunities you may face with this transition. Third, knowledge of your customer is an excellent foundation for aligning sales and marketing efforts to drive incremental revenue opportunities. And last, market-driven dynamics in complex industries make understanding a customer's current situation a moving target. This is particularly true if you sell to the upstream oil and gas industry. Insight into the industry allows the joint discovery of relevant and differentiated solutions. There are a number of changes in buying behaviors occurring in global markets today. 2 prominent changes affecting sales and marketing are customer experience and problem solving. There are several supplier-customer touch points that are part of the customer experience. A Harvard Business Review reports 53% of what drives customer loyalty comes from how they feel about the sales experience. A critical element of the sales experience are sales meetings. Yet, studies indicate 58% of sales meetings offer little value to buyers. A prominent element of creating value in a sales meeting is associated with identifying your unique business value in relation to customer problems. 71% of top executives view this as an essential element in winning the sale. Customer problem solving is going digital. 67% of the buying journey is typically done digitally. This encroaches on your opportunity to guide customer conversion from the interest to preference stage through direct selling. As a result, prospective opportunities are often beyond a point for you to influence the decision process other than with price or trade-offs. Indications are 57% of the purchase decisions are made before a customer calls a supplier. The inability to address changing buyer behavior presents you with a number of lost opportunities. It impacts your productivity, expertise, and performance as a sales professional, which in turn diminishes opportunities for market expansion and penetration. Research and preparation for a sales call impacts as much as 36% of your productive time. The ability to acquire new customers has only a 5 to 20% probability of success. Customer loyalty is influenced by the selling experience. Studies show poor experiences is a significant contributor to losing a customer. Losing a customer eliminates high probability repeat business opportunities along with the potential for up and cross selling. The discovery or sharing of your differentiated solutions and validating their value to the customer has a 3-fold effect. It differentiates you, your solution, and improves the customer's selling experience. The objective of situational knowledge is to blend the role of being a salesperson and a consultant to improve the overall customer experience. Based on my experience, it was a major component of establishing a trusted advisor status with customers. There are, however, a number of challenges associated with establishing a trusted advisor status. The challenge, problem, solution, and value discovery process must be relevant to the customer's current situation. It is difficult to be a subject matter expert in everything. As such, it is important for you to readily access customer-centric resource material when needed. A lack of customer-centric collateral and sales tools will restrict the ability to guide conversations around what is relevant and of value to the customer. Communicating the quantified value of a differentiated solution to a problem requires restructuring your customer message. And last, a certain level of technical or business insight is required for you to explore unexpressed needs in a collaborative fashion. The experience level of the customer may limit their awareness of the strategic impact of unrecognized challenges and issues. All of these challenges can contribute to a no decision outcome or the customer simply continuing to do what has been done in the past. Marketing initiatives are also significantly limited if they are not based on a solid foundation of customer situational knowledge. Poor alignment in marketing and sales messaging affects lead generation and the ability to convert the leads into revenue. Marketing's infrequent exposure to customers generally results in generic, product or service-centric content. This level of messaging is rarely very engaging from the customer's point of view. Utilizing various content platforms, case studies, white papers, webinars, etc., with a consistent messaging structure is critical in supporting both the customer's and the salesperson's journey through the different buying stages. Restricted access to subject matter experts that know both the solution offering and the customer limits the ability to target, plan, and implement effective marketing initiatives. Marketing recognizes and is keen to implement engaging content. Gaining and sharing situational knowledge enables marketing alignment with selling at a corporate or target opportunity level. It is very effective when applied to initiatives to your territory, industry, or account based. Getting marketing involved complements lead generation, development of targeted collateral, and thought leadership positioning. Some surveys have indicated that as many as 82% of consumers feel positive about a company after reading tailored content. So, what do I mean when I say situational knowledge? It is an understanding of various aspects of a customer's business, including their specific industry, their marketplace, both procedural and physical operations, and people. Awareness of the current situation and the associated challenges and problems are fundamental to augmenting selling and marketing efforts. Insight into industry trends and marketing provides you awareness into both high-level and future business challenges. They also provide you with strategic insight into possible growth opportunities. Pre-knowledge of relevant solutions, avoidable events, and consequences guides qualification and quantification of the desired results. It also expands the joint collaboration with the customer. Your ability to speak the customer's language leads to improved recognition of your solution while establishing credibility and trust. Customer-centric insight into challenges and desired outcomes helps identify which ones are more important to different players in an organization. This plays a major role in targeting key decision makers. It is important to realize two key aspects of situational knowledge. First, it provides you with an appreciation for what the customer is experiencing. Second, what you discover about one customer's situation is not always transferable to another customer. Each opportunity requires collaborative discovery. Based on my personal experience, the two significant outcomes associated with situational knowledge are productive engagement and elevated solution understanding. You know this is working if these outcomes are experienced by both the sales consultant and the customer. Situational knowledge facilitates joint understanding, learning, and a broader exploration of various elements of the customer's situation. Operational or process information focuses the conversation about what aspect of the business is in question. Customer challenges confirms customer objectives in solving the problem and can be a basis for recognizing other key players. Recognizing the root cause problem offers the link to your solution attributes. Operation events relate to what the customer does not want to see or experience. Consequences define the business impact, and quantifying the impact provides relevant value realized by the customer. I need to reinforce you do not need to be an expert. The objective is to use the information to identify discussion points and then engage in a joint collaborative discovery around each element. There are various ways to acquire situational knowledge. This includes leveraging face-to-face opportunities to learn by clearly understanding a customer problem, attending industry-specific technical conference or industry courses, as well tapping into the abundance of published information on the internet. Another approach is to identify internal or external subject matter experts and use them as coaches. Depending on your circumstances, this can take a significant amount of time, particularly if you are looking for sources of information specific to the needs of sales and marketing. Integrating situational knowledge into your selling process has a significant impact on your productivity, expertise, and performance. Without it, you will have to invest more time researching the prospective customer's business. A portion of the sales call will be dedicated to learning about the customer, and often the solution conversation is transactional. By transactional, I mean a discussion around product or service features and generic value statements such as saves you money, all of which affects the overall performance or effectiveness of the sales call. It also reduces your productivity and restricts the pace at which you develop expertise about the customer. The key is to jumpstart the process. Readily accessible information and sales tools specific to the customer's business and situation supports just-in-time learning, thereby reducing time spent researching. Going into the sales call with a broader and relevant understanding of the customer facilitates more joint discovery. It also identifies consequences, allowing you to further qualify and quantify the value realized from each desired solution. Overall, time spent focused on the customer and the quality of engagement improves the selling performance. There is an added benefit in that the conversation is also in the language of the customer, which leads to credibility and trust. A better understanding of key decision-maker challenges and issues improves productivity through access to more and higher level contacts. The entire joint discovery process provides more detailed insight and significantly accelerates access to the customer's experience and understanding of business value. Improving the face-to-face engagement process with a customer can lead you to more sales revenue, partially because a high number of potential sales lead to no decision by the prospect. Improving your selling performance presents a number of opportunities associated with face-to-face meetings, ranging from getting in to see the customer sooner, guiding the customer away from the status quo or no decision outcomes, and establishing customer loyalty. I found it interesting that qualifying and quantifying the value helped identify other key players with different responsibilities. As a result, the value of the solution grew along with the operator's available budget. The prospective customer was also better prepared to internally justify their selection of a provider. The main objective is for you to win the sale by adding value and insight into resolving the customer's problem. Marketing also benefits from situational knowledge. It shifts communications from a seller or me perspective to the recognition of what problems the customer is trying to solve. The result is a better connection with key decision makers, resulting in improvements in lead generation and customer conversion. It is also interesting to note it becomes the basis to communicate in the customer's language and develop content that challenges their thinking about solving problems. As indicated by a recent survey, it opens the door for you to participate in more face-to-face interactions. There are a number of factors that can limit acquisition and integration of situational knowledge and create a gap in being able to communicate unique business value. The gap will depend upon the makeup of the supplier and the customer industry. An example of a seller challenge is having a customer portfolio that spans several different industries. A good customer example is the upstream oil and gas industry. The needs and challenges of an upstream operator are influenced by a number of parameters. This includes market volatility, the type of reservoir, location, their life cycle stage, methods used for extraction and production, as well as recovery techniques, all of which impedes efforts to be relevant and knowledgeable about the customer's situation. Connecting with Upstream Oil and Gas is a sales marketing resource guide that leverages 14 years of experience integrating situational knowledge on a global scale. It stands out from other industry publications in that it was written to offer a knowledge base specifically for sales and marketing professionals. The content spans a broad overview of business, market dynamics, and life cycle stages to help evaluate and plan strategic initiatives. It offers an introductory level of fundamentals and technical insight into critical operations and methods for extraction and production. The situational summaries help link your differentiated solutions to what really matters to the customer. The objective is to establish credibility through your industry expertise, engage in problem solving with differentiated solutions, ensure communication of value relevant to the customer's situation, and leverage the opportunity to quantify the value realized by the customer. The guide facilitates just-in-time learning through informative content modules, and where appropriate includes root cause profiles along with cause and effect summaries. Highlighted text introduces the primary challenges of each key operation. Illustrations are utilized to augment understanding of the technology deployed. This includes overviews to identify root cause problems, relevant operation events, and their consequences. The root cause profile summarizes the root causes identified under common problem categories. These categories help to identify which challenges are affected. It also identifies root cause problems that impact more than one category. The key is to link differentiated solution attributes to a root cause problem or problems they solve. Your discussion of a solution can now communicate the challenge addressed, describe the solution in the customer's language, an avoidable operations event, and explore the value realized by the customer. In summary, customer situational knowledge builds alignment around sales and marketing. It enables the identification of differentiated solution value and enhances the overall customer experience. Increasing or driving value to the customer means you are more likely to grow revenue and experience higher win rates. A recent study from the Ring Group indicates how important situational knowledge is in affecting the buyer's ultimate purchase decision, a process of discovering value, collaboration, educating, and sharing insight. Thank you for taking the time for me to share this information. Please refer to our webpage should you require more insight into the Connecting with Upstream Oil and Gas Resource Guide. We are expanding the webpage to include key contact profiles, links to related articles, showcasing tools and best practices for developing differentiated solution value messaging, and how-to slide shares or webinars. And finally, feel free to contact me directly should you have any questions. Thank you once again.